big Tiana store for your collector favorites. And on the other side, we now have
Hi, folks.
Hi.
Those lights are open. The next train will be back here in like 9 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Just so you know, New Orleans Square is still closed.
We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the Primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning.
Once again, if you are getting out in our middle train car, you must exit to your left.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the Primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square. This station also serves Frontierland and Bayou Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop, and watch your step as you're getting off. For those of you continuing on with us,
Once again, folks, this station is currently out of service. There will be no boarding or disembarking at this stop. We are only holding for operational purposes. This is where we take on water and switch out our engineers. So it'll be just a couple of minutes. And afterwards, once we get our green light, we'll be ready to head out for Mickey to South Depot. Please remain seated while we pull into the station. Thank you. Our next scheduled stop is going to be Mickey's to South Depot.
to those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering the Bayou, home to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Take a sneak peek at the big party Princess Tiana is throwing, where the welcome is warm, the music is hot, and the company is sweet as honey. And when it comes to sweetness, the inhabitants of the land we're passing over are the bee's knees. Here in Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree. We're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Alrighty, we got our two whistles, so this train is going to be moving forward now. Please remain seated. Parents, make sure that your little ones are seated on a bench at this time, please.
This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of ear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop.
We are now steaming our way into Mickey's Toontown Depot. Please remain seated. Wait until the train comes to a full and complete stop before standing at the exit. This will be your stop for Chip and Dale's Magic Coaster, Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the Matterhorn Bobsled, and much more. Again, please remain seated. Wait until the train comes to a full and complete stop, and then you can stand up and exit. Thank you. Also, as a friendly reminder that our train station over at New Orleans Square is currently out of service due to construction in the area. So if you are looking to head towards Frontierland or Adventureland, we recommend getting off at Main Street Station.
Remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños.
Please remain seated at this time. Thank you.
We get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. The monorail and us are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astro blasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Now pulling into Tomorrowland Station, please remain seated and wait until we come to that full license plate stop before standing up to exit.
That's still on there.
Our next scheduled stop is Main Street Station, but before we get there, we'll be taking a detour through the Grand Canyon and the Primeval World. Once we enter the tunnel up ahead, feel free to take pictures and videos. Just make sure to turn off your flash, video lighting, as well as any light toys or accessories for the courtesy of those around you. And if you're just joining us here, please keep in mind as well that our train station over at Orland Square is currently out of service. We will be stopping, but for operational needs only. There is no boarding or exiting at that stop. So if you are looking to head towards Frontierland or Adventureland, we recommend getting off at Main Street Station. Thank you.
Children, and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado, mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. Station, gateway to Disneyland.
We're now pulling into Main Street Station. Please remain seated and wait until we come to that full and complete stop before standing at the exit. If you're traveling with any strollers or wheelchairs, just keep in mind that the station is stairs only. There are no exit ramps or elevators available. So please do keep your items folded until you reach the bottom of the staircase. And once again, our next stop, New Orleans Square, is currently out of service. So if you're headed towards Frontierland or Adventureland, this will be the closest exit that we offer. Thank you.
Exit's gonna be straight up here.
Oh my god. Thank you.
You want me to go there or here?
Last call for Disneyland Limited. Now leaving for a complete trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom through the Grand Canyon and Primeval world.